Hello everyone and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. In today's video, I'm just going to be taking you along on our day-to-day, giving you a little peek at our everyday life, and I'll also be sharing our newest house project that we're going to be starting. And then we also recently added a fourth flock of chicks to our little farm, so I'll be sharing that at the end of this video. Stay tuned if you want to see that, and I hope that you enjoy the video today, just getting to come along on our day. So it's been a pretty slow morning so far. Usually right now we would be starting homeschooling, but we only do homeschooling 4 mornings out of the week. So this morning is our morning to skip. The boys have got some fun things that they want to do outside, so they're going to be starting those. It's a really beautiful, cloudy, cooler day today. Okay, so this is the area that we're going to be working in this morning. We are going to be turning this closet into a coffee bar. We currently have our little coffee bar set up over here in the corner of the kitchen. It's right beside the fridge. The dishwasher's right there. It's just a really tight corner. So the plan is to remove the closet doors, the trim, get everything cleared out of this closet, and then we'll be adding some unfinished kitchen cabinets that will be painting, adding a little mini fridge, some type of countertop, floating shelves, tile the back wall, add some lighting to create this coffee bar drink station. We'll start off by removing everything out of the closet, and then I will show you the tile samples that I got, the cabinet, and all of that. So right now you're probably wondering where I'm going to store the items that I'm taking out of this closet. So all of the coats, some of these will go in our closets, and then we are going to put a couple of hooks in the closet that's right across from the back door, and that's where we'll hang up our home coats. It'll be a lot easier that way. If we're outside and we want our coat, we can just reach right inside the door and grab that coat instead of having to come all the way here into the kitchen. So in this corner, there used to be a door on that back wall that went into the room that is now my office. When we did that office makeover, we removed the door and Jalen just drywalled right over that opening. Ever since then, this corner has felt really empty, so we decided to just make it an extension of the kitchen with this coffee bar area. And then I think I will make this back wall like a family command center with a large acrylic calendar, maybe a blackboard for meal planning. I wish that this entire space could just be finished in this video, but projects like this take time. Even when they're smaller projects, there's a lot of planning, thinking, getting things and then they don't work out, and trying to decide colors, tile, everything. And for most house projects that we share, I like to share every detail, keep it realistic so you can see how long of a process each project actually is. Okay, so I'm going to put a few inspiration pictures here on the screen to show you kind of what I'm thinking for this coffee bar area. Like I said, we are going to do some kitchen cabinets at the bottom. Probably will paint those a little bit of a darker color, or maybe at least a medium color. They definitely won't be white because I do want this space to be an extension of the kitchen, but I don't want it to feel like it's exactly like the kitchen cabinets and countertop. I do want it to kind of be its own little space. And then we are adding a little mini fridge for drinks, and then milk and maple syrup for the coffees. I'm also thinking about possibly adding a countertop pebble ice maker, because that would be really awesome to have for your iced coffees and drinks. And then we will be putting tile on that back wall all the way up to the ceiling and adding 2 or 3 floating shelves that will go wall to wall. Let us know down in the comments all of your suggestions and ideas for the coffee bar area. We would love to read through all of those. And also let us know if you think that we should arch this opening. It's something that we've considered just because that opening to the left is arched and it would look really neat to arch this opening, but we're worried that it might look a little bit funny to have 2 arched openings right beside of each other. But you can let us know what you think down below in the comments. Should we leave this opening square, or should we arch it like the opening to the left? now that this closet is demoed, everything is removed. Jalen is just having to take a scraper and scrape the areas where he did demo just to make it smooth. That way he could add some more drywall mud and then texture. I'm not sure why I didn't wait to clean the floor until after he scraped the walls, but I'm cleaning the floor again, and Levi saw me cleaning the floor and he ran to the cleaning closet, got the 2 dusters, and was trying to help me clean the floor. It's really cute. Usually whenever he sees me cleaning or sweeping, whatever, he'll go and get the 2 dusters. That's like his go-to items. He likes that he can have one in each hand, and he'll try to help me sweep the floor and clean. So now Jalen is mixing up that mud and putting that on the sides of these little walls, and then also the sides of that inside wall. He doesn't have to put any on that back wall, just because we will be covering up that entire back wall with tile. Okay, so we got that plaster put around the doorway and then on the 2 side walls. He didn't bother doing anything on this back wall because, like I said, we are going to be tiling this back wall. And I did get some tile samples at Floor and Decor. I actually filmed at Floor and Decor, so I'll go ahead and put that footage here in the video. I was there about 2 days ago. I went into Floor and Decor to find samples for this back wall. Here is the 5 tile samples that I pulled at Floor and Decor. There is always so much tile to pick from. It can almost be a little bit overwhelming, but thankfully I was able to find these 5 options pretty quickly, and 2 of these were my favorite, but I did want to get 5 just so that I would have options. Always get at least 3 to 5 samples before you pick out a specific tile for a project, because tile is a huge permanent decision, and sometimes you just really need to see it in the space. It can look completely different once you see it with the other flooring and just everything else that's in the space. Okay, so now I'm in Lowe's and I was here to pick up one of their unfinished 24-inch base kitchen cabinets, and I also wanted to look at countertop options. We are leaning towards going with just a butcher block countertop, and we would get this 6-foot butcher block countertop. But here at Lowe's, it was $219 for this 6-foot piece of butcher block. But if you go to Home Depot, it's about $36 cheaper. So definitely going to be getting that butcher block at Home Depot, and also the unfinished cabinets are about $10 cheaper at Home Depot, I saw as well. So just something to keep in mind. The 5 different tile samples that I picked out. First option I got is like this matte black penny tile, but I wouldn't say that it's like a pure black color. It's more of a charcoal gray. And then I got these gray skinny tiles that are in like a chevron pattern, but now that I have them home, I don't think these are going to work just because the shape is too similar to the tile that's in the kitchen. And here is the 3rd tile option. It's a similar color to this penny tile, but it is a square tile, and this comes in a sheet as well. These are really thick and heavy though, so I'm not sure if that's going to be a little bit difficult to put on the wall. I love this next tile. It's got a little bit of texture to it, like a matte finish. It's got some white veining through it and kind of a medium gray colored tile. This last one I'm now realizing is very similar to our wall color, but it's like a light gray tan. Each of these tiles are beautiful. It's going to be hard to pick just one, but I'm kind of leaning towards either this one or this this one, but we shall see. The first thing I need to do is take each of these over to the kitchen counter and see which ones match the backsplash in the kitchen. And then I will take those tiles over to the wall in the closet and hold them up on the wall and decide which one we're gonna go with. So I had picked my top 2 tiles and we were trying to decide which one looked best on this back wall. We were taking into account that black sliding door and also the tile in the laundry room, just because that is what you're going to be seeing on either side of this coffee bar area. And once I held that kind of dark gray black penny tile up on the back wall, we were worried that it was going to be too much dark, especially with that black sliding door. So we're almost kind of leaning towards the hexagon tiles, but we'll see. We'd love to hear your suggestions down below in the comments. Now we are seeing what this cabinet looks like here, and we are obviously going to have to cut about 3 inches off of the back of this cabinet just because we want everything to be flush and look like it's built into this closet area. Okay, so that's where we're going to end working on that project for today. We're just kind of starting to rethink some things after seeing that 24-inch cabinet in this space. It was just almost looking a little bit too big. Something wasn't looking right. It obviously is going to be inside of the closet a lot more once we cut off about 3.5 inches off of the back. So that was probably throwing us off a little bit, but I'm thinking of going back to my original plan, which was to do a 15-inch wide cabinet and then the fridge, and then a 9-inch wide cabinet instead of doing a 24 or 27-inch cabinet and then the fridge. But unfortunately, we can't just go run and get those cabinets and install them in time for this video because we will have to order those online. The 15-inch and the 9-inch, they don't have in stock at Lowe's or Home Depot. So stay tuned. The next time that you see the coffee bar area, we will be completely finishing it and you'll get to see that finished space. So in the meantime, let us know down in the comments all of your thoughts and your ideas for the coffee bar area. What do you think that we should add? What type of tile would you add? Jalen's going to start working on the electrical this week because we need a plug-in at the floor and then also some ceiling lights inside the closet. But for the rest of this video, I have a few more things that I want to share with you guys. We recently added a new hot tub to our bedroom patio area. So I'm going to go ahead and show all of that footage and I'll explain to you why we added the new hot tub and all about it. So I had shared about this hot tub over on my Instagram, but basically the old hot tub that we had, we used that so much last winter, all winter long, and the springtime, the fall last year. We really loved having that hot tub, but it made our electric bill skyrocket during the winter time just because it was really old and it just ran constantly. It would either just run constantly because it couldn't get hot, or it would get way too hot, and then when we go to use it, it was extremely hot. We would have to let it cool off for a couple of hours before we could get in, but we still used it all the time. We loved that hot tub, but it did have quite a few issues. It wasn't energy efficient and made our electric bill go way up. So when the opportunity came along to work with MSpa on Instagram last month, I was like, this is perfect. We can just swap out for this brand new hot tub and hopefully our electric bill won't skyrocket this winter. This hot tub is a lot more energy efficient. It doesn't have to run very long. It's a lot easier to control the temperature on this hot tub. It doesn't run constantly, so we're pretty excited about that. And this does come with a cover. That's what he was filling up there with the air compressor. So that cover just basically floats on the top and then it clips down on the sides. Good morning, everyone. It's currently 7 a.m. on a Friday morning, and today we are adding a fourth flock of layer hens to our farm. So this morning I am heading down to the post office to pick up the chicks while Jalen is filling up their waterers and feeders. So him and the boys are working on all of that and prepping the space for the chicks while I run down and pick them up. If you missed the video where I shared about how we started our little farm and our egg business, I'll link that video down below. But this new flock of chicks are now a few weeks old. They're doing great and loving their new home. So that's where we're going to end today's video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about our newest house project and coming along on our day. Stay tuned because I've got some fun videos coming out in a few weeks. We're going on a family adventure and then also doing a guest bedroom makeover end of this month. And then we'll be finishing the coffee bar area. So be sure you're subscribed, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.